Jumba Jookiba is the first card spoiler for Lorcana in 2023, and it doesn't have a card ability, but did you know that it could be one of the best cards in the mid-game so far? There are also many interesting points to take note about Jumba, so join me as I do a deep dive into this latest Lorcana card. Hey guys, it's D7 here from Mushu Report, where we cover all things related to Disney's upcoming trading card game, Lorcana. If you are not sure what Lorcana is about, check out my previous video where I cover everything that we know so far. A couple of days ago, we got the latest review, Jumba Jookiba Renegade Scientist, and there's quite a bit of information we can get from the card. Here's the info for Jumba up on the Mushu Report wiki. The link for this is in the video description, so you can head over to take a look. The wiki is a resource I made for everyone to easily check out all the information about all the cards. At the end of this video, I'll show you how you can easily make use of the wiki to get a lot of useful information, like a list of all characters released so far and how you can sort them easily, so stay tuned for that. At a quick glance, Jumba is a 5-cost emerald character with 4/5 stats, and he's a Dreamborn alien inventor. Jumba does not have any ability, making him the second vanilla card in Lorcana after Olaf. The amount of lore points, or pips as some of you might call it, appear to be 2, since you can see it sticking out just above the Ravensburger logo. They are pretty much in the same location as Maleficent if you compare the two cards. That being said though, I will not be updating this in the wiki for now since it's not confirmed till the full card is reviewed. Now, let's check out some of the more interesting points of Jumba Jookiba. Number 1. Jumba is an Emerald Ink character, shows that unlike Olaf and Elsa, characters from the same Disney franchise do not necessarily need the same ink since Stitch is an Amber character. Number 2, if you saw the shot I released when the card info first came out, I pointed out that this is the very first card with the inventor character type. With Disney having such an extensive range of IP, there are quite a few inventors that come to mind.
I'm a world-famous inventor.
Gadget from Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers come to mind immediately for me, as I was a big fan of that series. Aside from her, some of the other more well-known inventors in Disney include Ludwig von Drake, Donald Duck's inventor uncle, Gyro Gearloose from DuckTales, and even Maurice, Belle's father from Beauty and the Beast. Hopefully you'll see some of them soon in Lorcana. If any more Disney inventors that you hope to see in Lorcana, do share in the comments below. Number 3. Jumba continues the trend of Dreamborn characters, where they have different art from their original releases. You compare the card to the same moment in the movie, Jumba here has a very different lab coat. His hair and original goggles are gone too, replaced by a smaller goggle that's only on his left eyes. We have 3 other Dreamborn cards so far, and all of them are also pretty different. Captain Hook, interestingly enough, has replaced his hook with a sword, which is kind of weird since that Hook is kind of his whole identity. And well, Elsa now dresses different. Instead of a queen, she looks a lot more like a sorceress, with a hoodie and a spellbook. And of course, Mickey's Brave Little Tailor's outfit is totally redesigned from his original much simpler design. With that, I believe Dreamborn cards are, as the term states, cards that are born from dreams, where the characters are reimagined in those dreams as they are brought into the Lorcana universe. Number 4. Another interesting point about the character types Jumba has breaks a trend. Previously, all the cards were either heroes or villains. Then Olaf came along with a new ally type, which still kind of makes sense for the category since, going by the names, all 3 types refer to their alignment as whether they are good, evil, or maybe just a supporting character of a hero or villain. But Jumba has none of these. After Dreamborn, he only has Alien and Inventor, which are characteristics related to his race and class. Currently, we still do not know too much about the character types and how they will affect gameplay, so this is something to keep an eye on. And that's about the interesting points for Jumba. Now, in the intro I said that I believe Jumba could be one of the strongest mid-game cards to be released so far. Here are my reasons why. You play any other trading card game, it's pretty common to see monsters or characters with no abilities having stronger stats, and Jumba is no different. At 5 cost, Jumba has 5 toughness, which makes him tied for the highest defense so far with the 8 cost Mickey Mouse and 9 cost Maleficent. Assuming that this is a typical TCG where you get 1 resource per turn, that means you get his toughness a whole 3 turns earlier than Mickey, making this one pretty tough character to clear from the board. Stitch may give you the similar 5 toughness in turn 5, but only you manage to use his shift ability, otherwise he's actually 6 cost. Even Robin Hood as a 6 cost character only has 4 toughness. As for power, Jumba is tied with Robin Hood at 4 power. So with better stats than both Stitch and Robin Hood, getting to play Jumba 1 turn earlier than those cards are some of the reasons why I feel that Jumba is arguably one of the strongest mid-game cards released so far. Now you're wondering how I could easily compare the card stats. It's really simple. Just use the Mushu Report wiki. For example, you go back to the link for Jumba, you can click on character, where it shows you some information on character cards. After that, you look to the right, there's an info box where currently there's a list for members. Just click on that and you get a list of members of the character cards with all the important information shown and sorted by name, nicely displayed. You want to sort it a different way, for example by the cost of the card, just click on the arrow next to it and voila, all nicely sorted. All the cards on the wiki currently have all the various attributes recorded that you can easily refer to and get lists of all the cards with the attribute. For example, you want to check what are the Dreamborn cards there are so far. You can click on Dreamborn, where I put in some basic info about Dreamborn, then head to the member list and you get a full list of all the Dreamborn cards. So those are some of the ways you can make use of the wiki to find out information about cards. There's a lot more information that you can get from the wiki, so I hope that everyone can go check it out. If you would like to help contribute to the wiki, you are very much welcome. Just join the Mushu Report Discord to find out how. And that's about it for all the info on Jumba I have for everyone. And hope you all enjoyed this video. This is still a very new YouTube channel, so if you have some thoughts of what else you want to see on this channel, let me know in the comments below and I will look into it. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this content, please do remember to subscribe and ring the notification bell to know when the next video is coming out. Thank you very much for watching, guys. This is D Summon here from Mushu Report, signing out.